Karl Popper made a distinction between falsification and refutation in the broader problem of scientific demarcation. It begins with dogmatic falsifiability, according to which scientific statements are considered individually and may be falsified by empirical evidence. Popper's view, however, is more nuanced than a simple rule that one counterexample automatically destroys a theory. Scientific theories may sometimes be preserved by auxiliary hypotheses, especially when these hypotheses generate new testable predictions. By contrast, ad hoc hypotheses are more problematic because they are introduced only to save a theory from difficulty and are not independently testable. Popper therefore warns against using such hypotheses as immunizing strategies, although he admits that some of them may later become testable. Isolated or non-reproducible anomalies are not sufficient to refute a scientific theory. A theory is accepted as falsified only when the contradictory evidence is connected with a reproducible empirical effect. This leads Popper to the notion of basic statements, which function as accepted empirical claims used in testing theories. Such statements must be singular, existential, and open to intersubjective observation. Yet basic statements are not absolutely certain, because they can themselves be challenged if later doubts arise. To avoid an infinite regress of testing every assumption behind every test, Popper argues that inquiry must stop provisionally at some accepted basic statement. This stopping point involves convention and the consensus of the relevant scientific community. Popper rejects the idea of choosing between theories according to probability alone. For him, a good scientific theory is rich in informative content, highly predictive, and therefore more exposed to possible falsification. In this sense, the less probable theory may be scientifically preferable if it is more testable and more informative. Popper's concept of verisimilitude, or truth-likeness, is introduced as a way to explain scientific progress, even though most theories may not be literally true. Through this concept, a later theory may be judged closer to the truth than an earlier falsified one. The distinction between falsification and refutation becomes especially important because empirical testing does not merely reject isolated assumptions, but also helps compare competing hypotheses. So, Popper's final position recognizes the limits of falsifiability as a single demarcation criterion, since scientific theories depend on auxiliary assumptions and are often modified as part of normal scientific practice.